my god. What a fucking game. What a game. I'm watching it down here, LBI with my buddy. The whole time I'm like making excuses, trying to figure out what to say after today's game. I had it as a 38-31 game, Green Bay wise. It didn't matter. We had like 4 turnovers, and we still won the fucking game. We still won after every little possible turnover bullshit we could have. We still won. We still won. And I have to give credit to Nick Sirianni. I have to give credit to the one and only Saquon Barkley. The guy was absolutely amazing. And Giants fans, keep your heads up. The reason why you should keep your heads up is because you can know from here on out for years that you helped the Philadelphia Eagles win multiple championships. Because you guys are the biggest fucking losers in the league. Like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? There's absolutely no reason for you guys to give up a Christian McCaffrey +1 type of player to your divisional rival for $13 million a year, which is a steal, by the way. Big time steal. There's no reason for it. And I just think it's funny because I've always wanted Saquon Barkley. Always wanted him. And the fact that we got him for literally nothing. $13 million, Eagles can afford it. We got it. It's fine. And listen, you could have Kimmeltoe Harris 69 saying Hurts mid. That's fine. You can say whatever you want. Hurts didn't play a great game. But here's the thing. Jalen Hurts is a damn good quarterback. Damn good quarterback. And what I mean by that is he made so many mistakes in this game, and they still won. They still won. He's a winner. And I'm damn proud of Jalen Hurts being my quarterback from here on out. Damn proud of it. I think he's going to be a phenomenal leader. I think he's going to be a great asset going forward. I think with him, Saquon, A.J. Brown, and Devonta Smith, I think that's going to be a tremendous foursome. I'm ready. I'm ready for what the season brings. I really am, because I had this as a scheduled loss. And a lot of people would question that going forward. You know, I felt Green Bay had more to give. I felt Jordan Love was going to be fantastic, which I still thought he was. But at the end of the day, we were just better. We were just better. And in my honest opinion, with this defense, how they unraveled, with how they performed, I think they could. I think they could be supreme. I really do. Just Sirianni says Packers are a good team. Nice win. Good to the tiebreaker for the season. Yeah, I mean, listen, they're good. Packers are good. They have a good quarterback in Jordan Love. They have everything going for them. Sky's the limit for them. But when it comes to this team with Saquon Barkley on a good team already, there's no stopping us. I mean, listen. I honestly feel like this team is gonna win 14, maybe 15 games right now, because I had this one as a scheduled loss. I really did. I honestly think that this team is gonna win 14 to 15 games. I really do, because Saquon Barkley is a fucking beast. He's a menace. And I honestly think that he's going to be the problem of the NFC down the road. I really do. And I gave some shit to people like Bad Dog. Like, how can you get rid of him? Well, the Giants couldn't afford him, and the Giants are going to suck this year. That is true. But at the end of the day, this the Eagles looked so good tonight after being so bad. If that makes any sense. They looked like a team that's been there before. You know, they started the game horribly. The field was atrocious. We were in another fucking country that doesn't even like American football. And we found a way to win. That's what great teams do. That's what great teams do. And honestly, I just feel that this team hasn't showed their best by a long shot. This team is going to be ready to play for weeks to come. They're going to be ready for the playoffs. And I honestly just feel that, you know, people haven't seen close to the best of them. Because for weeks I've been saying that this team is a product within itself. You know, what are you going to get out of them? You know, of course he looked a bit off tonight, but I'm not going to say that he can't do it. You know, Jalen Hurts has proved tonight, to me at least, that he can get it done in this league, and he can get it done at a championship level. You know, he looked horrible at times in this game. It looked terrible. But you got to look at the good and the bad equally, not just good and bad. So I'm so proud of this team tonight. I'm so proud of everyone that went to Brazil. I'm so proud of the coaching staff that put up with everything. I'm really proud as an Eagles fan tonight. I really am, because the Eagles did not have to accept this trip to Brazil. Didn't have to. And they did. Because for whatever reason, I don't even know, but they didn't have to. And they did. And Danny Lukenheimer says, great win. I'll admit, I didn't think they would win this game, but they made plays. I mean, that's all it comes down to at the end of the day. That's all it comes down to. Just win the game when it's needed. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to pull a rabbit out of your ass. Just win the game. And that's it. So I'm just so happy that this team won this game, because the whole offseason I was counting this game as a loss. I thought it was a loss. And they won. So next week, if they lost to Atlanta, I would be shocked. But I'm totally convinced that they're going to beat Atlanta. And I'm totally convinced that they're going to win 14 games this year at this point, because there's no reason to think otherwise other than injury. There's no other reason to think otherwise. You know. Dark Kirby 14. I knew our defense tackle spot fall. Yeah, I mean, listen. We don't know how bad it is yet. Tonight it looked not great against Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, and I understand that. But at the end of the day, sorry, I had a phone call. At the end of the day, you have to view it as all right. Sorry about that, guys. My co-host is coming in, and he's gonna get his thoughts and opinions out there as well. But I've had such a good time tonight. Nick Sirianni called an amazing game, and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna be at the Falcons game next week, so that's gonna be fun. Mitchell looked great. Dan Sileo. Fuck Dan Sileo. Dan Sileo is a fucking piece of shit. Who cares? Dan Sileo could lick my nuts. Yeah, he's a fucking dumbass. I hate Dan Sileo. But it was a good time. Just waiting for my co-host to get in here. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this game, this post game, whatever you want to call it. You know. And it's been a blast. Really has. Let's see some of these comments. Mitchell's ready to be on the outside. No better Rogers. Yeah, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Zach Bond, defensive player of the year. I'm not gonna get too crazy about that. I like Zach Bond, but he did have a lot of misreads tonight, and I want to see him develop. But we'll see what happens there. So that's that. I knew her defensive tackle would fall off. I saw it already. Great win, I'll admit. I didn't think they would win this game, but made plays when they needed to. Yeah. I mean, listen, before this game, I had it as a loss, and they won. 1 second, my coach is here.
Where are you? Are you an LBI walking around the streets drunk? I thought you
Yeah,
weren't
yeah, yeah.
drinking.
I'm definitely walking around the streets in LBI.
What'd you drink tonight? Seriously.
A couple surf sides, a couple of vodka clubs. You know.
This game, it was literally all of last season in 4 hours.
Yeah, it was a long.
Everything that they did last season, they did tonight at like different parts of the season. It's going to take so much to break this game down. My instant reaction is they I will say it now, the best debut of a Philadelphia Eagle free agent, maybe of all time running back. That was literally like he's the best running back in the league. I mean, right
Best.
now, right?
Hmm. And listen, bro, I told you this. I was like, put him on a good team. He's better than C-Mac. He is. And he almost had 4 touchdowns tonight.
I knew he would have over 100 yards, but I did not see that coming. He was a freight train. He made it look easy. I've never seen him do anything close to that in New York. Penn
Nope.
State, yes, but nothing. He looked unstoppable at times, and it's almost like he has so much juice left in the tank. It's almost like he never even played in the NFL before tonight. Like that's what it looks like. He's never reached his full potential, and he did in one game. He did more in one game than his entire Giants career.
Career.
Seriously,
Exactly. Yep.
seriously. Now, breaking down this game, it started off in fucking Satan's Gate. Seriously. It could not have went any worse. There was just so much weird voodoo to the 12 men on the field penalty. Both teams obviously Hurts's asinine, disgraceful interception, which basically we know they're just not good up against their own goal line on offense, which nobody is, but you just fucking run the ball and then you punt. Like, can we just get it through our heads to do that? Seriously? And then the fumble, of course, he Hurts is up and down, but he did what he did again. He won the game for us. He's not afraid to put his body on the line. Of course, we just saw what happened to Jordan Love. But this, I don't even know. This was the best Eagles season opener in maybe ever in
It was
my
a long time.
lifetime,
Yep.
wasn't it?
It was fun. It was a
And
lot of
these
fun.
past 2 nights of NFL football feels like a fucking dream. Like you could not write this shit up. You could not write this script.
Yep.
Everything that everything that every single player contributed to this win, every single player had a moment. And I mean, no stone was left unturned. Everyone touched the ball. Saquon, AJ Brown with an amazing. He's just he's our best player, but Saquon literally is going to give him a run for his money. But I will always value wide receiver over running back at the end of the day. Dallas Goddard getting involved, Devontae Smith, the entire offense, and then the same way with the defense. There was plays made by. I mean, you literally called everyone's name
Yep.
in one way or the other. Obviously, Reed Blankenship with that great interception. It was just nonstop action packed. The commentators suck. That's the only reason you probably fucking
Horrible. Horrible.
fucking they were singing you a lullaby. What I wanted, I'm obviously coming on late because I was working and watching at the same time. I've had a crazy fucking day, but I want your instant reaction. Tell me what you think. Am I on base, or this was just a crazy fucking game,
I
crazy
mean,
ass game.
no, no, no. You're completely on base. I had this game as a pure bona fide loss, 38-31 at the hands of Green Bay, and they proved me wrong. And the funny thing is about this game is they played not great. The start of this game, they had like four turnovers, and they still rang supreme. It's like this team showed me tonight that they're just, they're here to win, and that's one thing I like about squads like this one. It's like it reminds me of the team in 2017 where they never give up, they never give in.
They didn't make that
And
many mistakes in 2017, but couldn't you say that they did this last year? But there is a difference because they're a powerhouse with more talent, right?
but but there's also a reason why they made mistakes like they did tonight. They were in Sao Paulo. Who gives a fuck about Brazil? Thank God we're getting out of there. It seemed fun, but who cares? Um,
So you're blaming all the Hurts turnovers on that?
Maybe because the field was awful. Like I don't know if you saw it at the end of the game, but Jordan Love even got hurt. So it's
Yeah,
like,
it was basically the Giants' home stadium field, fucking
yeah,
MetLife.
it was awful. It was terrible. So it's like you had to play against the field, you had to play against the refs who called a flag on pretty much every single fucking play. The game didn't end till like 11:50, which is why we're starting so late tonight. And we had to play against a lot of that bullshit, and we still won. So it's like,
Exactly.
yeah,
There, you could write a book on this game. A couple of points I want to make first, and we were talking about it. You brought it up the field. It's an absolute disgrace that a $200 billion league organization would even a thought of that shit happening. We already saw it in the Super Bowl, Eagles Chiefs, which this was another level. I mean, again, the Giant, they don't care. Once they get their money, they're not gonna fucking go above and beyond. They're just hypocrites, player safety. I mean, it's gotta be the Players Association. They gotta fucking do something. Especially this Jordan Love injury. Maybe this will finally wake some fuckers up. And everyone that was on that field tonight can fucking tell the rest of the league that their bodies and their lives were at risk running full speed professional athletes, the best in the world.
exactly.
But I mean, this shit has to stop. These cheap ass motherfucker billionaires, they can't. I don't even. The fucking, you're blaming it on the mist and all this other bullshit. Fucking, you have billions of dollars. You could do anything. You could move the whole fucking game across the world. You could play this game 6 times over on a
Yep,
fucking spaceship in fucking Mars. Seriously. That's how much fucking money they could build a fucking civilization to build an NFL world on the fucking moon. And we can't get a fucking field where we're not slipping and literally costing teams their season by losing their key players. It's absolutely disgusting.
it
And
is.
I'm not going to rest. I'm going to be bringing this up more because it's reached a point of embarrassment. even for us fans, we look like fucking idiots.
Yep,
It's
I
because
agree.
it's just it's pussy shit to watch. I don't even say that word. It's like, what are we watching here?
Hmm.
It's insults your intelligence because it's like we're watching the game start. People are fucking slipping like Disney on ice. Like, what the fuck are we watching?
Yeah, a Barstool Sports actually put on like an exaggerated tweet where someone was slipping on ice, and that's where it was like the field coming into play.
And
It's
guess
pretty
what?
funny.
They don't give a fuck.
Nope,
They don't care about human beings. They don't care about their employees, or they would have. There would be no more MetLife. That turf would be fucking pulled up.
gone.
And it. All right, we're gonna get back to the game, but this whole Brazil shit was a shit show from the get go. You called it, between the goddamn colors and then just everything. It's just nothing was organized. It feels like they went there yesterday, set up today, and just said, "All right, we're gonna wing it." Between everything,
Yep,
and it was in a primetime spot, standalone game. The difference with the Munich game, which I'm sure that was a hell of a lot better, it was in a Sunday slot. Like the whole fucking nation, world, fucking people, the whole fucking world was watching this game, and it never needs to happen again. I mean, again, billion-dollar league. They didn't prepare for shit there.
nope.
But back to the game. Um, Danny, you are so right. I was absolutely shocked that the defense, two turnovers almost within your 20-yard line. And they held them to two field goals. It was 6-0. We were actually leading 7-6 after, again, Satan's gate opened, and we could have gotten blown out very easily. It could have been 14-0 in what, 5 minutes of the
Yep,
first quarter. So that was outstanding. Um, again, it was a god. Talk about a roller coaster. This was a tsunami, and the whole fucking boardwalk fucking blew up in the air and fell fucking right back down, but every single piece fell right back into place.
literally. No, I agree. And here's the thing: it's like the whole off season, the whole time I've been saying since we started the show in March. I was saying that this game feels like a loss. And the whole time I was saying that, it was like, even if we lose this game, we could rebound, we could try to get back to what we were doing, and we could go win a Super Bowl. Well, we won this game. We fucking won this game. So we have to go down the schedule and see where we can possibly lose to where it hurts our chances. But we won a game that not only is a game that I thought we were going to lose, but it's a game against an opponent in the NFC who we're going to see down the road probably, and we're going to have home field against if they come play us. So that's big. That's fucking huge.
I said that on the show earlier. This was like a icing on the cake, like you said. It wasn't a must win, but you put yourself in a great position later on, which that's how you have to do it. You have to, number one, there is some luck involved, but you have to win the right games to assert yourself in the best possible position to make a run in the playoffs and ultimately to the Super Bowl. Is this team a Super Bowl contender? And you were so high on the Packers. I mean, they're probably. I mean,
Oh,
I
they're
think you
good.
probably had.
They're
Yeah,
really
but
good.
you probably had San Fran 1, Green Bay 2 before this game, but coming
No,
into the NFC, right?
Green Bay's really good.
So we beat Green Bay. I was very impressed with them, but we have a lot more talent than they do, especially on offense.
I
Would you
agree.
agree?
I agree. They have Christian Watson and dude, how about fucking Jalen Reed, man? He was amazing.
It again. I said it was going to be a shootout. That's exactly what it was. Scores were close, obviously, but I at the end of the game, of course, we were trying to run out the clock and we were getting a little cute. And how the fuck do we just end this shit? And we kicked the field goal and bobbled snaps. And goddamn, how many goddamn bobbled snaps were there? Which is whatever, blame it on the field. But I had confidence that we were going to win at a certain point. I'm like, I just don't. I mean, we're not number one. They got the ball back with 25 seconds, but I did feel confident that we were just gonna finish it and put a fork in them, and that is super important because how many times have we given the goddamn opposing team's offense the ball, and we're leaving it up to our defense to stop them?
Yep.
I rather, and we're paying this offense one of the most expensive offenses in the league. The ball should be in somebody's hands. Hurts, Saquon, AJ, Devontae, and our three main weapons, they're all home run hitters. They're actually all very similar players where they are physical, fast, and just ruthless fucking beasts. Like they don't have any weaknesses. Any
Nope.
all three of them. It's a three-headed monster and it's fucking coming for the rest of the league. And I did not even see them being this good together. Saquon really just he just took your breath away.
He did. And me, you, and Antonio, we're gonna be there next Monday, Monday Night Football. So I'm gonna announce something right here, right now. Now, this is a new show, but if you guys want to meet up with us, we will be at the live casino around what 4 o'clock on that Monday night for Monday Night Football. If you guys want to say come by, say whatever, say hi, chat, whatever, come by and just shoot the shit. We'll be there and we'll be ready for Eagles and Falcons. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And guys, I'm sober as shit, but I'm tired. So luckily, Kyle's. It. You had a good night. I can tell for sure. I'm glad you. I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah,
Um, Reading some of these comments. Danny again. I've heard Goodell wants there to be 16 international games. LOL. Now, the London games, I don't remember this being this big of a controversy. They've been doing that for years. I don't have a problem with it, but the this day, I was really excited in the morning, but then those first two drives and just more of the first quarter, I'm like, what is this? What am I watching? Like, it
second.
just feels so off.
Scotty, might you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, could you not hear me before?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you hear me now or no?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, like I said, it just felt like really, really strange. So I don't really have a problem with international games, but they do the cheapo way. Like you tell them to play on this goddamn field. All right, and apparently the commentators were saying, "Oh, it was nice and dry yesterday." Well, bitch, it wasn't then, and the game is today. Who gives a fuck what it was like yesterday? Get your fucking employees fix it. Like seriously. All right, Daryl Clark, Saquon. Daryl Clark, great Eagles debut for Saquon, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, I did not expect 3 touchdowns. I thought he would actually score the first touchdown, but again, he blew. I think he blew everyone's expectations out of the water. T Mac Birds looked rusty and out of sync, which is to be expected in week one and no preseason snaps. It'll be cleaned up by week 3 or 4. Good start to the season. Got to keep Saquon healthy. I completely agree. I mean, Saquon looks the best of his career. Again, I think he was taking a nap in New York his whole career, and now he's ready to actually explode and become an NFL great. Like, I mean, and that's not even, a stretch after what we saw tonight.
Right.
My only concern is the quarterback because
Really?
is he not?
All right. So I'm gonna hit on this because I'm unbiased. The thing about Hurts
He
is,
doesn't. I guess he doesn't have to be good with all these other people around.
but here's the thing. All right. So he doesn't have to be good, but at the same time, if he was good, we would be absolutely unstoppable. So I'm agreeing with you. I think he has to play better. I think he needs to be a sharper leader. And I think he will be. This is one of those games where I told you time and then time again, I was not happy about. I didn't think it was gonna be a fun trip. I didn't like it, and I thought we were gonna lose. And guess what? We didn't lose. So at the end of the day, it's like it's one of those free games where you could say, "Hey, shit happened. Get back on the bus. rebounds. Let's go 2-0 against Atlanta.
Now, again, I they had so many explosive plays. They came up in the moments we needed them, but for some reason, unfortunately, the beginning of that fucking game will be drilled into my mind for a while
Mm.
because they kept showing Sirianni looking like a fucking ghost, Hurts throwing the ball up and just looking like a complete fucking Pee-wee high school quarterback. And it was literally flashbacks of last year. And those two, I mean, I think we didn't win because of those two. Yes, we won with Hertz on the third down conversion, putting his body on the line, being a badass. But I don't know. We won because of everyone else. That's what
Your
I will
boy,
say.
your boy Bond for president came up.
That was very, very unexpected. I mean, that guy was all over the field. Obviously, he is a Vic Fangio disciple, knows that scheme inside and out. So, more power to him. I was very impressed with Vic Fangio. Of course, the secondary, they have some things to work out. Again, Isaiah Rodgers did not play. Devin White did not play. So those are some good signs that we're going to get them back and hopefully be even better. Obviously Avante Maddox was putrid.
Awful.
N'Kobe Dean was putrid. He had one good hit, whatever, dude. It's you let up bombs. And again, defenses are going to let up plays. Look at Green Bay's. And Green Bay's defense is good. Like, right?
Mm. I mean, they have some good pieces like
They were
Jair
good last
Alexander,
they were good last year at least. Like,
but
when
but
we're
but here's the thing. I told you, I was like before the game, Avante Maddox is fucking cheeks. Like I don't care if he won us a Super Bowl, but he's like longevity wise, he's not a great player. And you were like, what? And I'm like, dude, he's not good. And he looked awful tonight.
Yeah, he did. He looks like he's done, but again, he was solid in the past. He was, but again,
Yo, Danny. Okay, listen. So I'm watching this game down here with my boy Danny. He said that Quinyon Mitchell is better than Isaiah Rodgers. You cannot say that after a game like tonight when Rodgers was hurt. I like the confidence. I think it's great, but you got to wait for Isaiah Rodgers to come back and play
but
because Quinyon Mitchell was a part of that defense that lacked tonight. Quinyon Mitchell played okay when I saw him, but you can't say he's better than Rodgers when this defense let up a lot like
Carl,
Swiss
this was
cheese.
this was his first ever game.
I get it. I
Quinyon
get it.
Mitchell.
I get it. But at the same time, you can't just say that because
Okay,
Rodgers
yeah,
was
yeah.
ready to go.
Well, we don't even know. We okay. Who has seen real film on him? Seriously, we've seen him
Yeah.
in training camp, but we don't know exactly what we're getting. We think he's a veteran. He proved himself. He won the starting job, but finally, it looks like they have a player. They finally hit on a corner after all these goddamn years. And I
Because
liked this. I liked this pick on draft night. You know that.
because Danny, you can't. It's my ruling. Back to T Mac. He said N'Kobe played well outside of that. I mean, listen, N'Kobe did what he did. I've been harping on him outside of the whole fucking thing. The whole time, like off season wise, I said that he can't play at this level and he's too frail. I thought for what it was worth, N'Kobe Dean actually played a decent game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the way that I harped on him and said he couldn't play at this level, I thought he played an okay game. So I'm not gonna give him any shit tonight.
And then T Max says again, if N'Kobe catches a softball for a pick six, this game goes a different way. But that's the point. Great players, good players, they catch that and they do get the pick six. He
Right.
did not. Sorry, it's fucking went dark in here. Um,
Sorry. Thanks, Davey.
give me 1 second. I'm in my fucking car. There we go. Yeah. So again, with N'Kobe Dean, he's fine, but what I'm gonna remember is him on that left side giving up bombs away. I mean, again, whatever. He was a utility piece. He did his job, but I'm excited to see what Devin White can do. Let's just say that. But
I mean,
going back to
all right,
Quinn,
all right, all right, all right, wait. Let me stop you on that. Are you really excited at what Devin White could bring to this team? Because what I'm hearing is he's a whole lot of nothing. So, and they're looking to trade him actually. Like that's a rumor. It's not a fact, but they're looking to trade him. So I'm trying to hear your thoughts and opinions on what you think Devin White could actually bring to this team.
it's just another option. And he was listed as the starter. He would have started tonight. And again, the defense didn't play terribly, especially those two stops in the red zone, which were very, very impressive.
Right.
Because their backs, they weren't up against the wall, they were inside the fucking wall.
Oh wait, one
Okay.
second, Danny. I'm on the hood of your car right now. If that makes any sense. What were you saying, Scott?
I said the defense in the first two turnover drives, their backs weren't up against the wall, they were inside the fucking wall.
Right.
So that was promising to me. But Quinyon Mitchell was your first round pick, so that's why I would be inclined to put him in there if he is ready. Like he's your golden ticket. He's on a rookie contract. He's your future. Isaiah
Mm,
Rodgers is on a 1 year deal. So
right.
or 2 year, whatever it was. They signed him last year and then put him on the injured.
And guys, listen, this is why we're the best podcast, not only on YouTube, but Eagles related, because we discuss the bullshit when it doesn't need to be discussed. Honestly, like we just won a game and we're talking like it's doom and gloom. But the reason why we're doing this is because we want the team to get better, you know? And I expected us to lose this game, which I probably would have been raging like an idiot. But listen, we won the game. Jalen Hurts has to be better. We all understand this. But at the end of the day, we won a game against a really good fucking team. And
Now,
we got it done.
so they say Devin White is washed.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you? Okay, so Isaiah Rodgers didn't play tonight either. So why isn't he washed? Like, did you see something in training
He
camp
got hurt.
that Devin White is washed? Why is he? Why was he on? Why was he going to start tonight then? If he whatever happened with his ankle or whatever the hell it was.
No, so Devin White got hurt, and then what happened was, um, Isaiah Rogers, his hand got hurt. So that's what happened.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give Devin White a chance because I do
Wait,
not
wait,
think.
wait. Let me show you the peanut gallery tonight that I watched the game with.
What's going on? Holy shit! I can't even see anyone. It's so dark.
Yeah. So we all watched the game. We had a good time, but yeah, it was a sloppy game. It wasn't anything special, and like we just said, like the players that were out, who knows if they could have made a huge impact. But at the end of the day, we won the game, and that's all that mattered. You
Well,
know,
you were concerned about depth, so it looks like we have some depth
on
now,
depth. I agree.
right? But you
Hmm.
said we didn't. You were concerned that you thought that we didn't. So that's a good sign. Um, Again, this game was not perfect. It's a lot of kinks to work out, but the biggest thing for me, I mean, yeah, all right, the top two like positives and negatives. I'm gonna start with the negatives, end with the positives. Number one negative for me is Jalen Hurts and the turnovers
Hmm.
because that was the number one thing that he needed to fix, and he needed to fix the deer in headlights, dare I say, or just fucking looking like you're not a fucking superstar out there and you're confused.
Yeah.
Like that, I do not want to see that. Okay, you have way too much talent on this team. You have too much talent in your fucking own body. So that's the number one concern, and number two would have to be, just the defense getting it together. Do not give up these huge plays. If you're going to give up touchdowns, you need to make it the methodical drives. However, tonight it didn't really matter because we went toe to toe. It
Right.
was bombs away on both offenses, so it's kind of just the flow of the game. But ultimately, you don't want to be a Swiss and cheese defense and give up 60, 70-yard touchdowns.
So Jamar 14 Eagles said we're never going to win the Super Bowl with Hurts playing like this. What do you think?
It's a real concern.
Hmm.
Saquon Barkley, he's the reason we won tonight.
Easily. I mean, he had 3 touchdowns, so I mean, how can you not?
How do you think the offensive line played?
I didn't think they played well at all. I mean, they played well enough to have Saquon Barkley find the holes to get to do his job. But at the same time, I don't think they pass blocked enough for Jalen Hurts to get his job done. So I think
How
it was
many?
like kind of like 50-50.
Yeah, how many times did Hurts get sacked? Do we know?
I think it was like 4 or 5.
And he threw 2 picks and 1 fumble. He could have threw that other pick too.
They
But
still scored a shit ton of points. That's what's scary when it comes to this team. Because if they could get that sewn up a little bit, that's
yeah,
going to
but
be a
didn't they
problem.
do this last year during the 10-1? They did the same thing.
No, they didn't, man. And it's like you're looking
Tonight
at all
they felt more powerful. They felt like they could
they
just step their
did.
throat and they had like
Do you
a
do you remember we went to PJ Williams and we watched that game?
yeah,
It
not
didn't
that guy, yeah.
it didn't feel like that type of game. Like it felt like a better game. And we didn't play that well tonight.
No, I mean, but I'm saying like the Miami game last year, the Washington games, like they had that. They scored over 30 points in those
Right.
games,
Yeah.
but they really had to scratch and claw. Now it's just see that opportunity, take it again, bombs away, touchdown. It's not like we have to, and I'm gonna give Kellen Moore a lot of credit for that. And I also saw Kellen Moore genuinely celebrating with his players on the sideline, which I want to see that back. I want to see fucking normalcy. I don't want to see a head coach and a quarterback doom and gloom, or a head coach barking at people and all. I just want to see a fucking football coach design a play and be happy when his fucking player scores a touchdown. Is that too much to ask for? And that's what I saw in Kellen Moore tonight. I think he's so happy to be here. He loves this team. He knows how good these players are. This is the best offense he's ever had. And he just needs to talk to Jalen Hurts and get inside of his head and remind him who the fuck he is. And dude, read the field. Do not throw a damn ball into triple coverage for no reason because, oh, the fans don't want us to go 3-and-out. Well, bitch, what you did was 100 times worse.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, no, I
You
mean,
cannot be making those mistakes at this point in your career if you're some MVP candidate. But like we said, look at Lamar Jackson the other night. You know, the quarterbacks and the play, they're just not as good as they used to be as far as decision making goes. Because I think every quarterback besides Patrick Mahomes makes some dumb headed play.
right. No, yeah, I agree. I mean, the thing with
Oh,
me
I didn't get
is
through my positives. Well, I guess I kind of did. The positives are the powerhouse offense. This team has the potential to be one of the most talented offenses
easily.
we've ever seen as an
Yep.
Eagles fan. Um, and then number two, I think these are really good coordinators, Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio. And these coordinators are veterans, and they're going to fight until the very end. They're
Hmm.
not no fucking Brian Johnson and who cares what the fuck his name was, where they want to slither away and they have their game plan. All right, well, it didn't work. We lost. No, these people, they know every trick in the book. Kellen Moore's played in this league, even as a backup, whatever. Vic Fangio's seen everything. There is always another move. There's always another chess move. And there was no fucking chess moves last year on
Nope.
that 7 game losing streak. So I think you're right. We will have a chance in every game, but a real chance because we have smart football people in charge now and not interns, gophers.
Cool. Yep, I agree 100%. And Brett Skamosky says, "Told you, Saquon. Told you." No, I told everybody like a fucking 8 months ago that he was gonna be great. I said that he was gonna put up CMC numbers plus more. This guy is gonna be much better than CMC on this team, like much better. And I've wanted this guy since forever. I wanted the Eagles to draft him a long time ago because I know what the talent he has. And granted, I do not like Penn State. I think Penn State is a shitty school, and they got away with a lot of shit, especially with the Jerry Sandusky thing. So at the end of the day, I'm right about Saquon, and people that follow, they're just followers because Saquon's my guy. That's it. That's about it.
I agree. And I was texting my manager earlier. I think, me included, I forgot what having a great running back feels like and looks like because we have not had one since LaShawn McCoy left in 2014 when he was traded away. So, I mean, back in the day, running backs, Eric Dickerson, Emmett Smith, Marshall Falk, Terrell Davis, they were the star of the team. They brought their teams to the promised land. We're just not used to seeing that anymore.
Correct.
And Howie Roseman made the decision to invest in Saquon Barkley because he thinks that this guy can bring us to the Super Bowl like the old days, like these
Hmm.
old running backs used to do. And the running back position has definitely been devalued. And it is what it is. We've seen both combinations work where, we had the running back by committee in 2017. The Patriots never had. They had a no names running back. Look at the Chiefs too. They had Patrick Mahomes. Obviously the Chiefs and the Patriots had the best quarterbacks of all time.
Right.
But it again, like we don't I don't think it's still sunk in that we have, if not the best running back in the league, top two, and he is gonna win the game for us. Like you can actually put the ball in his hands, put the team on his back, and he's gonna deliver. Like we
Yeah.
have not had that in 10 years.
Exactly. And here's the thing I'm going to leave with everyone. Think about it this way, guys. We played not great tonight. Saquon Barkley was the offense. AJ Brown, you saw his skill come back from last year. Awesome. Jalen Hurts wasn't great tonight. Think about if Jalen Hurts goes back to what he was in 2022, just a little bit with everything you saw tonight. That'll be a wrap for the entire league. The absolute wrap for the entire league. Like it would be on the verge of maybe the Patriots of 2000. What was it, 2007?
Whoa, you're going real high.
I'm just being honest with you. 2007 Patriots, but we'd win this time.
I
They
don't even
lost
think he has to be 22 Hertz. Just don't turn the ball over. If he didn't turn the ball over, we probably would have won by 14, at least.
easily, easily. And the
So,
Packers are good,
dude,
man.
stop being a dumbass. Do not throw a duck and fucking Hunter shoot it down and land right in the defender's hand. Like, come on. That really pissed me off. Again, Jalen Hurts at the end of the game, he helped us win the game. He converted the third down. He put his body on the line. He did throw those touchdown passes. He did make those throws. He got everyone involved, which was another great thing because you want to kind of keep everyone happy, good morale. I mean, how couldn't you after that game? And the odds were stacked against them. You are correct. With Brazil, with that field, with the NFL not giving a fuck, with them taking a home game away from us. And honestly, we went there, we won, we put that behind us. I think we're going to be rewarded next season for being put in this fucking position.
Absolutely.
We
At,
we
at,
better be.
at
There's
least, at
definitely
least.
there's
I mean,
some black box back door where we're going to fucking have a good
I mean,
schedule or something next year for sure.
At least when it comes down to the nitty gritty, we learned some Portuguese, maybe, possibly.
That national anthem was something else in
It
the
was. It
beginning.
was a long fucking national anthem. It was nice though.
I was telling you, I turned on WIP and I just heard that song and I'm like, am I on the right station? Like, did they get hacked? Like, am I picking up a radio signal from somewhere else? I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
So
But
Jamar 14 Eagles just asked, "Is Love out for the season?" For my fantasy purpose in the other league, hope not, but probably. We'll see what happens.
and that is just a goddamn shame with 5 seconds left.
Yep,
And again,
that's
pretty much like a non-contact injury. I mean, if you want to, really get down to it, right?
that's life in the NFL.
Look what happened to JJ McCarthy in Minnesota in the tree. Now, if he does miss significant time, I'm not sure who their backup is. I think they can still stay afloat, but of course they are nowhere near as good without Jordan Love. But I mean, they have talented players on that team.
Yeah, no, they're done.
Um, this was a great win. I'm happy that we actually have over a week off now until we see them play the Atlanta Falcons at home. And I think that I think this fan base is going to be so just juvenile. Like you're gonna have so much juice because you guys went to that fucking place. You dealt with all that shit. You won. Like we are gonna be so behind them next week. Not that we wouldn't be anyways, but this is creating some type of like story and narrative that I don't know. This team is different. They're built different. I mean, the offense it's unstoppable. Like
Yeah.
those three players, Devontae, AJ, and Saquon Barkley. I mean, it's a match made in heaven. Hurts stop the turnovers, and let's figure out the defense. Who is our best players in the secondary and at linebacker? Put them in the right positions to win. Now, like we said, um, Vic Fangio's boy was all over the field. I think he even had a sack. Jalen Carter is starting to really come into his own. I know Jordan Davis had a pretty good game, even though someone said the run defense still sucks. Let's go over some more of these comments before we get out of here. You want to read
Yeah,
some?
we have to get out of here soon.
All right. Damn, we got a lot tonight, obviously. Where we
Yeah,
at?
yeah, like 96 live viewers. Thanks, guys.
The O line was pretty good. Jamar Hurts sets the protections. Final flash. This game is probably a blowout without Hurts, but yeah, that's exactly what I said. And again, we can't ignore those boneheaded turnovers because they were bad. But Hurts won the game for us. So it's literally he. I would say he had a 60% positive, 40%. I mean, you could do a 50-50 because he had 3 turnovers. Come on, that's not a good game when your quarterback turns the ball over 3 times. If Hurts doesn't improve, I'd look for a new quarterback. I want a Lombardi. This is all Jamar. Kellen Moore is a good OC. That's the thing about Pat. He's above everyone else. Talking about Patrick Mahomes. Duh, 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 duh. The center needs work from Brent. Barkley so far looks like he was worth the money. The defense was surprisingly good in the beginning of the game from Brent. Usher, thanks for ending our season. I hate your team now. Obviously, that's a Packers fan. But, like, okay, we didn't. Okay, dude. Like, what do you mean? We didn't injure your quarterback. Or did we? No. Right?
All right, guys. So my phone disconnected. And uh, with that said, fly go fly, go birds. I'm out. And please do me a favor before you go out. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it on Facebook, follow Like an Eagle Podcast. Go to my Twitter, BirdsFan1992. It's the @ symbol before that. Give me a follow. And yeah, don't forget to like this stream before you go out. But with that said, I'm out. And Scotty, thanks, buddy. And we'll see you guys next week. 1-0. 1-0. See you guys.